YouTube and the internet as a whole is way different than when I started my journey as a content creator. I had no idea what a sponsorship even was, and now the industry as a whole has grown over $1 billion. So I can't even blame anybody trying to get their first check from a brand. But here's a few reasons why you probably haven't gotten it yet. As an artist, all we want to do is create. We don't want to deal with social media or likes or comments or shares. It's pretty much ingrained in us to go into hiding until whatever we're creating is finished. And so that's what some creators do. They private their socials, they don't engage on social media, they don't list their website, they don't list their email address. But that's the problem. You don't have visibility for a brand to even see. And look, I get it. I hate social media. I went for like a strong 5-year span without having any social media at all. And if it wasn't for me being a YouTube content creator, I probably wouldn't have it. But as someone who's trying to get brand deals, it's vital. A brand can't see what you're creating if your profile is private. And a brand can't email you if they can't find your email address. In the list of all of my YouTube videos, I have a clear email address for brand opportunities. And at the top of all of my social media accounts, I have my email listed. A lot of the times getting a brand deal is really as simple as that. But I would say that there's something else that needs to be in place first. Now I've said this before and I'll say it again. Working with brands for sponsorships can be a very shallow thing. And at the end of the day, you can't really blame them because as a business, if you're going to be shelling out money for marketing, you want to maximize your opportunity to be able to make that money back. And for a lot of brands, that means audience size. Not all of the time, but most of the time. To put it simple, you probably have not got your first brand deal because you don't have an audience or anything to offer a brand. And not to devalue your work. Your work absolutely has value. The amount of time that you put into your video production is valued. But a sponsorship is way different than you selling your services to a client. A sponsorship is essentially you selling your audience to a brand. That shouldn't be taken lightly. And you don't even need a massive audience for a brand to consider sponsoring your content. It just needs to make sense. I would say the two things that are most valuable to a brand is not how big your audience is, but how dialed in they are, and also how well the collaboration between you and that brand aligns. I feel like those are the two main things that brands look into after they've already enjoyed what you're making. So just focus on growing your tribe first and foremost. This right here in itself is gonna give you a way higher chance of landing a brand deal. But say you already got a substantial audience. You feel like you already got your people locked in, but brands just are not reaching out. You've even seen other creators who are smaller than you get opportunities that you aren't. Well, it might be because of this next reason. For the majority of my YouTube journey, I focused on music video production because, well, I mean, that's what I was doing on the business side outside of making YouTube videos. But I always kind of felt like it was holding me back growth-wise. If you think about it, music video production is very niche. I always felt like if I focused on video production as a whole, not only would I grow faster, but I'll have more opportunities with brands. It wasn't until later on, though, that I noticed a lot of my brand deal opportunities came from me making those extremely niche music video production breakdowns. Like, it would always trip me out when I would get on the phone with brands and they would be like, "We love what you did with this music video concept. We want you to do this with our product or our service." And that's when it dawned on me. Having the unique perspective I had wasn't a flaw, it was a benefit. If you haven't got your first brand deal yet, it's probably because you do not have a unique perspective on what you're creating. All right, now let me simplify this and show you how this pertains to me. Okay, you have a brand, let's say Insta360. They reached out to me because they specifically wanted me to create a music video on their action camera. Why? Because it's unusual. It's an action camera meant for action sports. They wanted to touch unique demographic of creators and spark their interest in that product. Now, they still did their typical campaigning inside of the demographic that they typically reach, but the chances are they just got the biggest creators within that target demographic that they could afford, and they just used them. So if you were creating content like those other creators, you were never gonna get the opportunity anyways. What I'm saying is, don't just create generalized content because you feel like it will reach the most amount of people. I see a lot of upcoming creators do this. They copy what's working for a lot of really big creators and they do it the exact same way and say it the exact same way, and they don't have their own voice on it at all. And at the end of the day, why would a brand pay you to do it when they can afford to get the bigger creator who's doing it the exact same way and saying the exact same thing? At the end of the day, brands really want to show variety in the products that they're going to be promoting. An action camera is known for being used by filmmakers, snowboarders, skateboarders, but they would also love to showcase the variety that people who shoot music videos and chefs and also pilots love it as well. And this isn't a, "oh, I'm different" rant. I'm not naive to think that there aren't going to be other creators out there talking about the same products the same services, the same topics that I'm talking about. What I'm saying is there are gonna be consumers who watch my videos that value my perspective on that topic a lot more than other creators. And the reason why that is what I should be focusing on as a creator. You gotta get targeted on your content. Who is this for and why would they benefit from watching it? This video is specifically for upcoming creators looking to get into what I'm doing. And for y'all, I have something else. If you're an upcoming creator looking to level up your content, you should definitely check out Storyblocks. It's an online library of over 1 million stock video assets for your next video project. They have stock video, audio, motion backgrounds, motion templates for Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and After Effects, and more. All of these assets are royalty free, so you can use them on anything you want, and you can access them all at one affordable price per month when signing up for an unlimited plan. All of the motion titles and transitions in this video are from Storyblocks. Link will be down in the description below. Now let's get to the next reason you may not be getting brand deals. I remember when I got to a point where I felt like I was actually good at making music videos, I was also my most frustrated with it because I felt like I could not get a client to save my life. I felt like when I first started making music videos, when I actually got good at it, clients were just gonna be falling out the sky. I was gonna be getting emails every day. I was gonna be getting so many phone calls, I couldn't take them, but that couldn't be further from the truth. If you feel like you have a substantial audience, but brands just aren't reaching out to you, chances are they just have not caught on yet. And that's not irregular. If you think about it, there's tons of different creators out there. So how do we fix this? Well, the same way we did when we didn't have clients freelancing. You gotta reach out, you gotta do outreach. I think we all have this like imaginary number in our head of when things will work, right? We think, okay, when I get 500 subscribers, when I get 1,000 subscribers, when I get 10,000 subscribers, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be on and this thing is just gonna work. And to be completely honest with you, that's just not how it is. Like, the truth of it is, the grind does change, but it's still a grind. Brands are still not gonna know who you are. You will be so surprised how many brand opportunities I've gotten from literally just sending an Instagram DM or Googling up a random marketing page for a brand that I wanna work with and emailing them saying, yo, I'm YC, I do this, I got a YouTube channel with this many subscribers. I would love to collaborate with you on this. I'm a fan of your product, I use it all the time. And things just spawn from there. You won't always get a response. Sometimes the timing is wrong, but at the end of the day, you will never know unless you try. It took me a long time to work with a lot of my dream brands, and I think that this next reason is ultimately why. Right now, at this current moment, my dream collaboration is with a car company. Audi, Porsche, Mercedes, shoot, I even take Hyundai or Honda. But I don't think that that's gonna happen anytime soon. You know why? It's because I'm not making automotive content. That's not to say that it's impossible, but I'm already at a huge disadvantage by me not giving them a way to find out who I am. A lot of y'all creators are not getting a brand sponsorship opportunity that you want because you're not currently doing what you want to be sponsored for. Before I got an opportunity to work with Canon or Sony, I was already on my YouTube channel reviewing their gear that I owned and loved. I didn't get an opportunity to work with companies like LG until I started doing office tours, so on and so forth. If you have a dream sponsor, do what you're gonna do for them right now. Not only does it make the collaboration more genuine when it happens, but it gives you a much higher chance of the brand seeing it. Upload it, tag the brand, use the product's name in the title. This is how Canon and Sony found me. Brands are actively searching up what creators are doing with their products, and this is how the majority of sponsorship opportunities are happening right now. If you follow these 5 tips, I'm 100% certain that you will land your first brand deal sometime here soon. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. But with that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace.